What's up, guys? Chris Teresi here, professional sports bettor, founder of WeCoverSpreads.com, here to talk about the Wednesday market report. Back on the market report video. First things first, though, I did do a new podcast featuring my guy, friend of mine, big fella from spittingwinners.com, sports handicapper. We talk a little bit of college basketball, NBA, some of his betting strategies and stuff like that. Really good podcast. So go check that out. You can check that out at WeCoverSpreads.com. Click the podcast tab, hit the play button, and you definitely gain some knowledge in that. It's a really good podcast, and I'll definitely check that out. Also, basically last night, we come off a 4-0 sweep last night. We swept the board. Today I have 3 plays going, 2 NBA, 1 college basketball. You can get that on my site in the premium pick section. We've been doing really good. It's been a great 2012. We started off, really good 2012, really hot. The last 2 weeks, 33 and 14 for 70% winners. It's not even just short term. If you want to go back 53 days, we're 107, 67, and 1. 61% winners the last 53 days. You want to go back even further than that, 182 and 129 and 1, 59% winners the last 107 days in all sports. So a huge 66% college basketball run. It's no secret that we've been killing the books with our first half bets in college basketball this year. We hit the 60% mark in college basketball for our year-to-date record. NBA, we're starting to get there. Second half of the season is when I always do my damage, guys. Anybody that's been with me long-term can attest to that. They know the second half of the season, especially playoff time, I'm a beast in NBA. So looking to really get it going after kind of hanging around the break-even point the first half of the NBA season. Really gonna, looking to go strong. And last night in NBA we went 3-0. So, looking to kind of pick up, and build off of that and have a really strong second half of the NBA season. Now we can get into this market report. And one thing I want to talk about before I get into the market report itself is, I get a lot of emails and questions about the market report and the market breakdown, whatever you want to call it. When I talk about the sharp moves, those are not my personal opinion. That's just me kind of relaying to you what's going on behind the other counter, behind the other side of the counter, using various sources of mine that either work or are connected with people on the other side of the betting counter to let you know why certain lines are moving and what's happening, what games the betting public is on. But as far as the sharp moves in this segment, it's not my opinion. That's just me relaying it across. And a lot of times, if you guys know my NFL Smart Money Report blog, for instance, I say in there that sometimes I agree with the sharp money moves and sometimes I don't. So it's just the same thing here. Sometimes I'll agree with some of these moves and sometimes I don't. I have time to go through every game and tell you which ones I do or which one I don't, but it gives you a good picture at least of what's going on. I run with a tight knit group of guys. We don't really care what what other sharps are doing in Vegas or wherever, California, Staten Island. We do our own thing, beat our own drum. So but this is kind of gives you a broad breakdown of what's going on behind behind the scenes or whatever. Alright, so let's get into that. Enough rambling. As far as the recreational games, these games will be your most one-sided bets or tied into parlays from the average Joe bettor or whatever, regular bettor, betting public. The Mavericks, the Magic, the Thunder, and the Pistons are your 4 pain-in-the-ass games. The games the books will look at as a pain in the ass, and I hope a couple of them lose to mess up some parlays for the night. As far as what sharps have done, we've seen them take a little bit of the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, and of course the betting public's mixed in with that. The Bobcats, they took the 6. The Bucks, they took the 7. As totals, they took the Knicks, Cleveland over, especially here local. A lot of local New York sharps took the over in that one. Dallas, Memphis over. Bulls, Spurs over. The Wolves, Lakers under. That's it, really. Pretty simple. Pretty simple breakdown of what's going on in the NBA tonight. We'll segue into college, the market breakdown there. Again, a lot of these are going to be one-sided games. Some of them are going to be very heavy in parlays, but this is your recreational average Joe betting public moves for this Wednesday, February 29th. So you got Purdue, Marquette, Akron, New Mexico, Alabama in parlays, Temple in parlays, Bowling Green, Southern Miss in parlays, Texas in parlays, UTEP, Cal, San Diego State, Long Beach State in parlays, and Mercer. And a couple of these Mercer, Holy Cross, and American are three games very one-sided, hitting a lot of parlays that the betting public, average Joe, probably never seen any of them, but he just wants to get his action down on a conference tournament game. It's basically March here, so they get the itch. But those are three teams they probably never couldn't name one player off of. So as far as what's going on with sharp money, the sides are a little bit less, but the totals market is a lot more active, as we'll get into. But we've seen a little bit of money come in on Louisville, Miami of Ohio, Maryland, Missouri, Navy, Colgate, UNLV at 2, Northern Illinois. That's pretty much your basic breakdown of what happened as far as sharp size. But totals very active. High Point NC Asheville under, 6 p.m. start was a move. Southern Florida Louisville over, a big move. Colgate Lehigh under, very big move here in my local marketplace in my backyard with local books. Toledo, Northern Illinois over. We got the New Mexico game over. Tulsa, UAB over. Liberty under. The game with Liberty under. The Mercer game under. A couple conference tournament games that Sharps are diving into. And Santa Clara under as well. Another one that Sharps are hopping in the conference tournament action as far as the total guys go. So that's it, really. That wraps it up. Like I said, go check out the new podcast that wecoverspreads.com. If you want my all access pass today, gives you my 3 bets. I've been red hot. You can still hop on board for March Madness. You can still hop on board for the combo it up. Pro and college basketball through the title game and through the NBA finals, and all that's there. And check the podcast. Probably have a new blog coming up in a couple days, and should be back in touch with everybody tomorrow as we do bang out another market breakdown video. All right, fellas.